Behind me is the District 2 high cable tension system. The high cable tension system is unique to old style cable systems in that high tension means each cable is tensioned continuously at approximately 5,000 pounds of tension. This is a 3-cable system, so there's about 15,000 pounds of tension in the system itself. With that much tension in the system, the anchors is what holds all that tension. Each cable lands at a unique anchor, and so those anchors are concreted in the ground in a solid format. This is a post that was impacted by a vehicle that ran off the road after it had a flat tire. This vehicle was a pickup, ran into the cable, it knocked down just one post. The vehicle came to a rest. The occupants got out, changed the tire. The CHP came, they took a report, and the vehicle drove away with no other incidents. The reason we chose cable barrier for this project was we have a wide median. Most of the median area is approximately 60 feet. The cable system was the alternative to Thri-beam barrier through this project, with the understanding that cable may be easier to maintain and much kinder or softer ride down for the occupants. Because the cable moves up to 9 feet, the cable absorbs the energy and not the vehicle or occupants. The cable system that we use in this project has the post space at about 15.5 feet on centers. The elevation of the cable is able to hold even when 3 or 4 posts are taken out. We delineate it with 2 reflective markers, which are the spacers of the cable barrier itself, and there's every 5 posts, basically, every 90 feet is the delineation we'll find. This is about twice what we do for the edge stripe on the freeway itself. The very end of the cable barrier, we delineate it more because the ends of the cable barrier need to have extra protection. The ends of the cable barrier are what anchor the entire system down. So far, we've been very fortunate. There have been no major injuries. In fact, I think just 2 ambulances have been called out in the approximate 15 to 20 collisions we've had. We also know there have been a number of collisions that have never been reported. The cable barrier, upon impact, is able to maintain its elevation, its height, due to the high tension. We have had locations where 2 or 3 posts, gaps of 50 feet or more, and still the cable is able to maintain, with no posts, maintaining the elevation that's acceptable. The posts are easy to replace, and if we need to, we can take a post out of the system that's further down and put it in the middle.
We helped put out this first cable barrier project. It was scoped by our traffic safety unit. They thought it would be a good alternative to concrete or Thri-beam barriers. Cost-wise, the cable barrier is about $11 per foot, not including cost for anchors, which is relatively inexpensive because they only occur at the ends. The weed barrier actually costs more than the cable barrier. It runs about $13 per foot. The weed barrier was included at the request of maintenance. It saves them mowing time and it reduces the use of pesticides. It also gives maintenance workers a firm footing when repairing damaged posts, which many times occurs when the ground is wet and muddy. The California Highway Patrol was consulted during project development. We placed emergency turnaround opportunities at convenient locations. The opportunity for emergency vehicles to cross the median should not be more than 3 miles apart. Having said that, interchanges also serve as crossovers for emergency responders.
Yeah, my opinion's definitely changed since this cable was installed. We didn't really know that much about it, but since it's been installed and we've come out here and we've repaired probably 15 to 20 different spots in it so far, my attitude and opinion's completely changed about it. The manufacturer did come give us some training, and that was very beneficial, so we knew what to expect. But it seems like every situation, every wreck we have, it's a little bit different. A typical, car collision where it might take out 2 or 3 posts, the cable has no sag to it whatsoever. In this case, you can see the big rig came through it, took out about 7 or 8 posts. That had probably about an 8-inch sag in it, maybe a little bit more. So, of course, the more posts you get taken out, the more of a sag. Typically now, if it's just an automobile that gets into it, our repair times are about 20 minutes. If it's bigger, we were a little bit more in depth. We were probably out here for maybe just a little over an hour. For a typical crash, I usually try to have 3 people out here when we're repairing it. Basically, it's just more for the safety end of it. You know, the cables are pretty tight. 2 guys can easily lift them into place, but when you do have them outside the posts, you have a major pinch point factor, and that's where that 3rd guy comes in, so he can pull the cables back that you're not moving. The other 2 can lift the cable by, and we don't have to worry about smashed fingers or, you know, people getting their fingernails ripped off. Normally we just run 2 barriers, 1 on each side of the road for, you know, the workers' protection. Most of the time we bring out our fence and guardrail truck just so we have tools if needed. We've never had to use anything other than a hacksaw where one of the posts got bent over and we ended up having to cut it. And that's the only time we've actually had to bring tools out and use them. The only damage that we've had so far are the posts. You know, it's a few minor scrapes on the cable that takes the galvanizing off, and basically we just, now our practice is we take cold gal, spray over the scratch marks so we don't have a rusting issue, and that's it. Our repair costs on this system, I kind of went through a couple weeks ago and I was just doing an average, and as far as our averages go, it's about $600 to $650 per collision, and that's actually having 3 guys come out on overtime to do it. We've had nothing but good experiences with this stuff so far. It's completely what I didn't expect as far as our maintenance issues go. It's very easy to repair. My guys' exposure time is very minimal now. We're in and out. It's just very surprising to me how easy it is to repair.